Moving on. Alrighty, let's see. What is next? Make association key. I feel like I understand what that does. I could totally write it. Moving on, it looks like this isn't actually used anywhere. So I will skip it for now. Toggle association. Page number, field name, text index. Let's see. So this must take in a global. We swap app state. Okay. And app state must be a global. Get in app state. App state. Yeah, we already went over this. It's got a bunch of associations and a selected field. So which field is currently selected? Oh, and field means, shoot, input field as opposed to text label. Okay, so that's app state. Okay, toggle association. The innermost thing is way in here. Texts, text index. Oh yeah, I already modified this code a little bit. So this is a situation where we use if to determine which of these two functions we will run on these two inputs. We'll either run disjoin or conjoin. Conjoin, I think conjoin, does it let me, it does not. It doesn't show at the bottom of the text editor the documentation for what disjoin and conjoin take. But I'm gonna guess that since this is plural, this is a since texts is plural, it's a collection, and then text index is singular, so it's a single element. And actually, yeah, conj, that's the way that conj works. It's conj, the order of the arguments is the opposite of cons, and conj works on everything, whereas cons only works on lists. And then disj, I guess, takes the arguments in the same order as conj. But yeah, okay, so we have this collection of texts, and we're either adding this text index to that collection of texts. I guess this must be a collection of indexes of texts. So we're either adding this index or we are removing it from this thing, and then whichever of those things we do, that's the result of this whole thing, which is the same as the result from this whole thing, and that's the same as the result from this whole thing, which will be, we'll swap the old app state with, by updating the associations inside of the app state. We'll go into the associations field, and then inside of that we'll go into the key. Key is make association. Oh, so it's this thing. So it's going to be a string that looks like this here, this string. Can I do that? Yeah, this string here. That's what the key will look like. And okay, that all seems to make sense. So I guess I'll use check if the texts already includes text index. If it does, call disj to remove it. Yeah, remove it. Otherwise, include it. Include text index. Yeah. Is that enough for me to rewrite this whole thing? I think so. All right. If contains question text fields. Damn it. Oh, texts. Texts. Text index. If that's true, then we want to call disjoin to remove it, Otherwise, we'll call conjoin to include it, and then the thing that we're going to include it or remove it from is text, and the thing that we are including or removing is text index. And toggle association, this must be the function that associates a field with a label, an input with a text. So if I click there and click there, it looks like it's associated and it remains associated. That looks like it's working. So I think I got it correct. First try, 0 deaths. Okay, so then let's go up here. Texts is either going to be whatever it is or an empty set. And that'll be the thing that gets passed into this lambda, and the lambda is whatever's in the app state at associations key. App state. So the associations key is going to be a map of field names to a set of text indices. Okay, yeah, the field name is going to be that page name dash field or colon field name. Oh yeah, so another reason that I talked about this in a previous session, but another reason that I do, instead of creating a key like this, which is a combination of other pieces of data to use as a key, instead of creating a key like this, I use a map like this, because then it's impossible for there to be an ambiguity. Because so I guess we start off with a number and then we have a colon. So that this is actually a pretty safe string, but I had to think about it. Whereas with a map, there's no ambiguity. This 2 is part of the page number, and this string over here is the field name. Or the 2 isn't part of the page number, it's the page number part. And then the string over here is the field name. There's no ambiguity if I have a map. Whereas here, there could, in theory, be some sort of ambiguity, not with number colon string, but since string can contain anything, I don't know, if you were sloppy and you forgot to include a colon there, you could have number and then a string, but maybe the string starts with a number also. Maybe the string starts with a 3. And now you have an ambiguous situation. Is the number 2 and then the string all of this, or is the number 23 and then the string is everything after that? So yeah, a few reasons to use a map instead of generating a string. Let me put it back to how it was. Okay, let me go back down here. Toggle association. We want to, the thing that we're getting out of the app state will be go to the associations key, and then inside of that go to this key, which is the result of calling that. Okay, so this function takes in a collection of texts. So I guess the reason for this or set right here is because the app state, let me go back up here, has a map, an empty map initially. So if we try to get a string that doesn't have a value associated with it yet, I guess the default return value would be nil, but what we actually want is a set. So here, when we reach into app state and we go to the associations key and we go into key under the associations, whatever that is will get passed in here as texts. And then so if it's nil, then we don't actually want nil, we want an empty set. So I wonder if there's like a map that has a default return value, kind of like default dict in Python, from collections import default dict. I don't know. I'll have to look into that next time. Do 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 do.